A lovely dawn chorus to start this morning off. Hopefully it came out on the video I just shot before. Big climb to start today off with. 500 plus meters and already gone 100. That's good. And then there's a smaller climb of about 200 meters later in the day, then it's pretty flat. So fairly early start. Left just before 7:10. Not sure where to go to today. Havelock's too far. Plus 40k plus I should say. I can either stop tonight in Araroa or Linkwater. Let's see how we go. I'm pretty sure that's Picton over there, or the Waikawa suburb of Picton. Not that far away really, but certainly have to swim to get there. I don't intend to do that. Not heading to Picton of course, heading to Araroa and then Havelock and then over the Richmond Ranges. Inter-Islander. Heading into Picton.
What do you think of all that?
So this is young Marco from Auckland, and we've just stopped off at a slip, but the main reason for videoing is another stunning view, which is pretty cool. Don't know what that bay is there, not really sure, could probably try and find out later. And the Inter-Islander heading back on its way to Wellington from Picton. Hit ground level now and I can hear voices just over there, so I'm getting pretty close, probably a couple of k's now from Araroa, and I've really enjoyed the Queen Charlotte track. It's been really enjoyable. It's a really well formed track, really good for families. Bit of a climb today, 500 metres, then a second one of 200 metres, so it wasn't an easy sort of day, but it's not even midday yet and I'm definitely going to push on. Haven't you heard that before? And that was the Queen Charlotte track. And this is Araroa. It's just gone 12 o'clock, far too early to stop for the day. So let's stop for a break here when I get into the town there and reevaluate how far I'm going to go today. So just left Araroa and there's this great little link pathway that's eventually I understand going to be developed between Araroa and Havelock, which allows for basically off-road walking between the two, or will do. It's maintained by volunteers. That looks pretty cool. Seat of Contemplation, Ancient Beach. So I've got about 18 k's to go to get to Havelock. It's 1 o'clock, I've just had some lunch and I'm just going to cruise on in. I'm going to see if I can push on to Havelock. Pathways across the road now. It's quite neat this actually, because it's got the kilometres to Picton. So obviously this goes all the way to Picton, and maybe from Havelock to Picton too. So really, it's not a main road this by any stretch. I think I have to walk on the road for a while, but it's really quiet, so it shouldn't be a problem. So that is a mainer road now, if that's the right word to use. Heading off to Havelock, only 15 k's actually, which is pretty good. I think this track takes me off track though, off road. That's a good little letterbox. And so is that one, the next door neighbour. Until now it's been a great little pathway off the road, and I've just had to start sharing the road with the cars now, but it's a very quiet road. I'm a fraction over 10 k's away from Havelock, and I know I said earlier in the video that there was no way I'd make Havelock today, but an updated weather forecast tells me it's going to be rain tomorrow. No surprise there, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the 40 k's today and have a rest day tomorrow. Organise my food for the Richmond Ranges, and then get cracking the day after when the weather improves. It's a good weather forecast after that, so it just makes sense to do it that way. Unfortunately, I managed to score a cabin tonight. Score! Instead of having to be in a tent, which will probably get drenched. It's a pretty dry tent, I wouldn't get drenched inside, but just a pain in the neck. Very happy to sleep in a cabin tonight. And at least I won't get bothered by the possums, which have 2 nights ago caused havoc. Last night it was the weckers. They were pretty cool actually, but you know, they don't steal your food at least. Just the worry they'll punch your tent or something. Right, just over 10 k's to go. It's lovely walking conditions, nice and cool, gentle breeze, but with a storm coming through tomorrow, I'm quite happy to do that extra little bit today and rest up tomorrow. So the track has done a little bit of a climb. It's taken us above the road, and it's a really easy track to walk on, and even though it's a bit of a climb, especially after those climbs I did earlier on today, it's a really lovely day today. Really enjoyable. I think I've got 200 metres to climb up on this bit, and I've done about 50. Hiking on my own, which is fine. There's a girl in front of me for quite a while, and she'd come from the same campsite and wanted to walk all the day, but she hitched a ride about 5 k's ago. As you know, I'm determined not to hitch. Coming close to the 1800 kilometre mark as well. Hopefully there'll be a marker on the track somewhere around here in about a kilometre's time. And another slip. Obviously the pathways had to change a little bit. Just be a little bit careful going around here. And the views don't get any worse as we head towards that elusive 1800 kilometre mark, which is not far away. Look at that. Moved a little bit above the road now too, but it's a great view. And this is it. This marks the 1800 kilometre mark from Cape Reinga. And what a view we've got for it too, to celebrate. Been spoilt the last couple of hundreds. 1600 was at the Pukeatua track just south of the Araroas, and 1700 was in the Botanical Gardens in Wellington. So they've been some real good markers. 1800s, yay! Great view of Havelock. Done well today, bearing down on Havelock now. Never been to Havelock. I've lived in Havelock North. It's called North because it's in the North Island. But I've never been to Havelock, which is in the South Island. So this is the first. Looks like I've got to walk over this actually. I might give way to this little van first. So I made it to Havelock before 5. It's funny actually, I've got this tiny little climb here. I'm in my mind I'm grumbling. In fact, I'm even looking at the curb and thinking, that's too high to climb up onto. It's funny how you mentally get yourself to a place and then you just switch off. You just got to keep going right till you find the accommodation. So despite the fact that I said in the first minute of the video this morning that there's no way I get to Havelock, I'd either be stopping at Anikawa or Link Water, of course, what did I do? I went all the way to Havelock. To be fair to myself, the forecast tomorrow was really poor. I'm going to have a 0 day tomorrow and ride out the rain, the storm that's the tail end of a storm that's hitting the North Island. We're catching a little bit of it here. It's going to rain all day. Had I not pushed to Havelock today, then I would have had to have got here tomorrow. So that's my justification for doing a 40k day today, because people keep telling me off that I keep pushing myself too much. Anyway, it's done, and there's nothing I can do about it now. It was a really good day, really enjoyed the walk. Started off with an amazing dawn chorus, which I think has been caught pretty well on camera, and walked alongside a young guy from Auckland for a couple of hours, Marco, who was great to walk with, real great conversation. Bumped into a few other people as the day went by. Simon, who's just started from Australia, and then a group from a couple from Germany who were together with a guy from France. Got into camp just after the 5 mark and had a pub meal, roast of the day, which was really neat. And I managed to score a cabin with the bad weather. Rather than putting a tent up, I'm in a cabin tonight, which is great. So day 78 was a good day. Big Ks, 40k again, but well worth doing. With the carrot at the end of the stick was a 0 day tomorrow for me, a rest day, which I'm quite happy to do. And I'll be able to get all my stuff sorted for the Richmond Rangers, the dreaded Richmond Rangers, considered the #1 tough spot of Te Araroa. #2 toughie was the Araroa mountain range, which is just before Wellington, which I've ticked off now. So yeah, looking forward to the Richmond Rangers, but we'll certainly treat them with respect. And that was day 78.